Most people have never heard of Laura Lopes. She's an art curator. She keeps a low profile. And that's exactly how she almost walked away with £12 million in royal assets that should have gone to Prince William's children.
I'm 75 now, and I can't remember anybody.
While her brother Tom was making a spectacle of himself at royal events, Laura was quietly getting her name added to trust documents. She was touring royal estates with estate managers. She was sitting in on financial planning meetings that even some blood royals couldn't access. It took Princess Anne 7 years of documentation to figure out exactly what Laura had been doing. When Prince William saw the evidence in 2022, he reportedly said, "She almost got away with it."
Nor her son to stake a claim to the throne. I am Princess Anne. For years I have chosen to handle the disputes within the royal family quietly, but this time I must stand up.
Laura Rose Lopes was born in 1978. She's Camilla's daughter from her first marriage. She studied art history at Oxford Brookes and became co-director of a London art gallery called 11. She's genuinely talented with a good reputation. She married Harry Lopes in 2006. His family owned significant property. Laura didn't need royal money, but she saw an opportunity. Her mother had married the future king. That gave Laura proximity to some of the most valuable properties and art collections in Britain.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla.
Yes.
Why?
The key difference between Laura and Tom was subtlety. Tom acted entitled. People noticed. Laura was polite, deferential. She never demanded anything. She just made herself useful. And because she had expertise in art and property management, people didn't question why she was in the room. One former duchy employee said, "Laura had a way of making you feel like she was doing you a favor by offering advice. You'd only realize later that she'd positioned herself as essential to whatever project you were working on."
Crossed a line I cannot tolerate. Though Tom has no royal blood, he has repeatedly used his mother's name to interfere in royal affairs, to publicly criticising Prince William. They challenge the very legitimacy of the line of succession.
According to Princess Anne's documentation, things started shifting around 2016. In April 2016, Laura attended a private viewing of royal collection paintings being considered for restoration at Buckingham Palace. Access was limited to working royals and accredited art historians. Laura attended as a guest of the Duchess of Cornwall and had a conversation with a senior curator. That curator later mentioned how helpful Laura's insights had been. 2 months later, Laura was invited to consult officially. She wasn't paid. She did it as a favor.
I think change happens, but I don't care what anyone says. This wasn't any sort of end game. She married the person she loved, and this is what happened. I think that's it.
By doing quality work for free, Laura made herself valuable. People started calling her when they needed an expert eye, because she never asked for money or credit. Nobody questioned her motives. Between 2016 and 2019, Laura consulted on at least a dozen royal collection projects. She also started appearing at Duchy of Cornwall estate reviews where property managers discussed renovations and long-term planning. Laura didn't just attend meetings. She started getting involved in actual property decisions.
Thanks goes to the King and Queen, my mother, and obviously the King, without whom this book, wouldn't have been here.
In 2018, the Duchy planned major renovations to historical cottages on the Highgrove estate. The budget was approximately £4 million. Laura advised on historical accuracy for the interiors. Her consulting company was eventually paid £85,000. It established Laura as someone who could be paid from Duchy funds.
The throne should pass to someone truly worthy. The monarchy exists to serve the nation, not as a chessboard for family power plays. I will stand as the last line of defence.
In 2019, Laura advised on Dumfries House in Scotland. In draft documents from early 2020, Laura's name appeared on a list of potential trustees for a conservation trust managing the furniture collection. She wasn't an outside consultant anymore. She was being considered for an actual governance role with decision-making power over assets worth tens of millions. The draft documents never became official. Someone flagged the potential conflict of interest, but the fact that Laura had gotten that close alarmed people later. Princess Anne tracked every pound. Between 2016 and 2022, approximately £3 million in Duchy funds had been spent on projects where Laura served as a consultant or advisor. Not all went to Laura personally. Most went to actual work, but Laura had been involved in deciding how that money was spent. More concerning was the pattern in ownership structures. Several properties that received duchy funding were connected to trusts that included Camilla as a beneficiary, with provisions that would eventually pass benefits to Camilla's children. Raymill House, Camilla's Wiltshire property, got £380,000 in duchy-funded renovations in 2019. After renovations, ownership was restructured into a family trust. Laura was named as a co-trustee. When Camilla passed away, the property would go to Laura and Tom.
Camilla ordered Kate to leave, but Kate used a crown to make her face fall. When Kate and William warmly welcomed the Trumps, Camilla stood off to the side, watching coldly. After Melania greeted Charles, she didn't curtsy to Camilla.
Not back to the royal estate. Duchy money had been used to improve a property that would ultimately benefit Camilla's children personally, and found at least 4 other properties where similar patterns had occurred. Laura's scheme collapsed in late 2022 when Princess Anne and Prince William presented their evidence to King Charles. Charles was genuinely shocked. He'd known Laura was helping with projects, but he hadn't realized how extensive her involvement had become. The leaked document in early 2023 that named Laura as a potential duchy trustee was the final straw. All of Laura's consulting arrangements were terminated immediately. Her name was removed from every advisory board and planning committee. The properties that had been restructured were reviewed by lawyers. In most cases, ownership was changed back to pure royal control. Laura has kept completely silent. She hasn't given interviews or issued statements. She simply disappeared from royal circles entirely. She rarely even sees her mother anymore. Here's what makes Laura's situation more interesting than Tom's. Tom was obvious. He acted entitled. Everyone could see what he was doing. Laura was smart. She used actual expertise to make herself valuable. She never asked for special treatment. She just positioned herself in places where she could influence decisions worth millions of pounds, and she almost succeeded. If Princess Anne hadn't been watching and documenting for 7 years, and if Prince William hadn't pushed for a full investigation in 2022, Laura might still be working her way deeper into royal financial structures today. Do you think Laura was deliberately scheming, or was she just taking advantage of opportunities? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more untold stories. Thanks for watching.